Hello everyone, my name is Skylar Liu. This is my Instructional Design and Technology Mastery Journal for my first course, month one, at the master's program here at Full Sail. So let's get right into it. For my first class, Mastery, Personal Development, and Leadership, my goals are to understand my life's task and my mastery journey, develop mastery skills to utilize in my classroom, and to research Walt Disney himself to understand and empathize with his mastery journey. And I will accomplish these goals by following the tactics you see right there on the computer screen. For my second course, which is Strategies for Learner Engagement, my goals are to create engaging curriculum by reading, dig deep, and create a curriculum, reading that source right there. My second goal is to understand strategies to engage and motivate students. By accomplishing that, my tactic is to read and analyze the top 5 strategies for motivating students. And then goal 3 is to analyze a variety of learning strategies by reading and studying, practicing active learning strategies and 6 powerful strategies. For course 3, which is visual and verbal communication in instructional design, my goals are to understand different theories of visual design by reading and analyzing visual design for the rest of us. They are to research how different age groups learn their specific content, and I will accomplish that by reading through Food for Thought, How Kids and Adults Learn. And lastly, apply the visual design theories to my classroom. And the way to do that is by creating and adjusting presentations or lectures, projects and assignments and things like that that I have for my students. For course number 4, corporate training and motivational development, my goals are to study different presentation styles by watching and reviewing a video called Presentation Types. They are to how to accept constructive criticism, learning how to accept constructive criticism, and accomplishing that by doing the tactic of watching and reviewing another video called Run, Hide, or Say Thank You. And lastly, by attending a teaching conference. And the way to do that is to contact my school advisor here for future conferences. For month number 5, instructional design and evaluation, my goals are to research different learning environments for my students by reading types of learning environments and watching the attached video on that website, on that article. They are to utilize design strategies and media in the classroom. The way to do that is by utilizing and studying the many resources from instructional design. And lastly, understand how technology and media can enhance the learning experience for students by reading Keys to Collaborative Classrooms. And then for month number 6, course number 6, digital media and learning applications, my goals are to study the trends of the online learning community by practicing analyzing the trends from 5 online learning trends. Goal number 2, which is to input digital usage, media, and technology into my classroom by utilizing the Full Sail resources and implementing those into my classroom. And then goal 3, which is to understand the different mediums of digital arts. And the tactic for that is to analyze the mediums of digital art and find the most suitable ones for my classroom projects according to that resource right there. For month number 7, course number 7, music and audio for instructional design. My goals for that are to understand the benefits of audio stimulation by reading why classroom audio technology is important, to research learning strategies for auditory learners by reading the auditory learning style and using the strategies there to assist my learners who are auditory learners. And then goal number 3, which is to understand how music or audio can enhance the learning experience for my students by reading benefits of classroom audio technology. For course number 8, month number 8, filmmaking principles for instructional design, my goals for this course are to examine the importance of visual literacy by reading why visual literacy is so important, to understand how visionary filmmakers engage learners, and the tactic for that is to study the philosophy and the techniques of Pixar Animation Studios and the director Steven Spielberg. And lastly, to apply video techniques to my instructional modules, presentations, lectures, etc., by utilizing the full sail resources and demonstrating the filmmaking principles. For month number 9, game strategies and motivation, my goals for this course are to apply gaming techniques and strategies to motivate my students by, once again, utilizing the full sail resources to gamify my projects, to research the psychological benefits of game strategies by reading, analyzing how strategy games can improve one's productivity, and lastly, to learn how to analyze games with my students to assess their assessment goals. And the best way to do that is by streaming Twitch accounts, analyzing those accounts, practicing our video game skills, and studying the history of gaming. For course number 10, Learning Management Systems and Organizations, my goals for this are to research a variety of content delivery methodologies by reading, training delivery methods, finding the most suitable ones for my class, for my content, to experiment with synchronous and asynchronous learning in my classroom by utilizing, once again, full sail resources in my curriculum. And goal number 3 would be to input learning management skills and organization in my classroom by reading classroom management and practicing those techniques. For course 11, month 11, media asset creation, my goals for this are to develop techniques to utilize media assets in my classroom by incorporating full sail resources into those presentations and projects. Goal 2, to understand the limitations of learners' technical ability by analyzing and studying the disadvantages of e-learning and also the strengths and limitations of group work. And then to also research a variety of media assets and resources available to teachers. And I will accomplish this by reading 7 digital learning assets and 9 unique ways. Lastly, for month 12, course number 12, Instructional Design and Technology, the final project, my goals for this class are to practice the different methodologies that I've learned throughout this course. And the way to do that is by planning, adjusting, and creating curriculum in my classroom that utilizes all of these methodologies and techniques. Goal number 2, which is to reflect on my personal and professional development in my program. And the tactic for that is to make a list of goals that I can apply to my classes and for my students. And then lastly, goal number 3, which is to create and finalize my instructional media-rich project. And the way to do that is by creating a daily planner and work schedule. Here are some of the industry leaders that I want to follow, pursue, or simply get some information on mentoring. Hardy Reeves, Simon Sinek, David Latour, Weston Kishnik, Norm DiCarlo, and Nihal Rashankar. Here are 3 professional organizations and clubs that I would like to be a part of or look into more deeply. California Teachers Association, the National Education Association, and lastly, the Association of American Educators. For my personal and professional learning network, I chose Khan Academy, Pixar Animation Studios, and Teachers Pay Teachers. In terms of the Full Sail community, these are some of the clubs and organizations that I will continue to follow. The Chinese Student Union, the Edu Games Club, and the FS Music Creators. Now, these are some of the qualities that I want to look for in a mentor, specifically for my mastery journey. Willing to collaborate, someone who's willing to collaborate, someone who is an experienced educator, someone who is able to provide constructive criticism and feedback, someone who is empathetic towards staff, students, coworkers, things like that. And lastly, someone who is an active listener and an active leader. Now here is my 12-month timeline, which will explain and summarize the 12 courses over this program. So for month 1, you can see mastery, personal development, and leadership. Month 2, which is strategies for learner engagement. Month 3, which is visual and verbal communication in instructional design. Month 4, corporate training and motivational development. Course number 5, instructional design and evaluation. Month 6, digital media and learning applications. Course number 7, which is music and audio for instructional design. Month 8, filmmaking principles for instructional design. Month number 9, which is game strategies and motivation. Month number 10, which is learning management systems and organizations. Month 11, media asset creation. And last but not least, course number 12, instructional design and technology, final project. And you can see right here are all of the resources that I used. There's the first slide for my first page of resources, the second slide, the third, here's the fourth, the fifth, and the last one right here. So thank you so much for tuning in and listening to what I have to say. Please feel free to contact me via email, Instagram, LinkedIn, and check out my website on Adobe Spark. Thank you so much.